take off my glasses. I can't see. So I have my pictures, not my pictures, my things I got for Christmas from my daughter, my oldest daughter. So this is number, can't see now. I have a calendar there, but I can't see it. But I know it's 229 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. Sometimes I know it, so I can write it for the title of the video. And then I forget it. Sort of like when somebody tells you their name, and a second later you don't remember it. That's not yoga-like, is it? So today, what I want to do is a midway recap in regards to focus. So I've been explaining how to stay focused and ways to stay focused. And I took some notes, and I think this is kind of in order of what I explained. I don't remember what I explained, I just was doing it. You know, like 10 minutes before the video, I would think of something and I would throw it out there. I have this collection of things I want to talk about, and then in the morning, I'm like, I'm going to talk about this. So what I'm in a roundabout way doing is getting bite-sized pieces of information, ideas, notions in regards to focus and how you can stay focused, what focus is, and beyond, like Buzz Lightyear, beyond, what I forget what he says. So in yoga, just a recap of what we do in yoga, or at least what I do in yoga and the way I've been taught, is during the yoga routine or meditation, you focus on the breathing. Now, in yoga, you can focus on a flame, you can focus on a picture of a saint, whatever it may be. You can focus on a rock. It's all about focus and tapping into this ability to stay focused. Now, in yoga, we focus on the breathing because you're already breathing. It's a perfect focus point. You're already breathing automatically. So in yoga, you focus on the breathing, watching yourself breathe. And you do this by focusing on the belly. When the belly expands, you're inhaling. When the belly goes in, you're exhaling. You're watching that. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and you're watching the air go in and then out. And what happens many times is that your mind wanders and you start to think about other things and you realize, hey, I'm not even watching myself breathe. And when you realize that, then you just bring your focus back to the breathing. And I explained ways that may help you to stay focused and not start to think about other things. And many times when we're focusing on the breathing, you start controlling the breathing because we're in a constant state of control and it's hard for us to let go. So we watch ourselves breathe and then we start controlling it. And then when you realize you're controlling it, you let go. And then you bring your focus back to the breathing. And I explain ways to help stay focused, help not let the mind wander, help not control the breathing. So the first one is to just let go. So when you think of a thought, just let go and bring your focus back to the breathing. When you start controlling the breathing, just let go and then just watch yourself breathe. Now, when my notes come up, I hit the ringtone. Then the second one is when you lose focus, you realize that you are not your thoughts. So when you have this understanding that you're not your thoughts, and you start to think about your thoughts, and you realize you're not your thoughts lose power, and you're able to bring your focus back to your breathing. And when you lose focus, this is number 3, you watch yourself lose focus. This is another way to help you stay focused. You watch yourself lose focus. So I gave an example 3 videos ago or so, is when you start to control your breathing, you watch yourself control your breathing. And that taps you into a space where you are watching yourself control your breathing. And many times this helps you bring your focus back to the breathing. And then this goes into number 4. So when you're watching yourself control your breathing and it helps you focus back on your breathing, then you focus on focus. You go into this next level. So it's not just you focusing on the breathing. You're not in this little box. You're watching yourself, lowercase y self, watch the lowercase y breath. So you watch yourself breathe. So it's just not you watching your breathing. You are watching yourself breathe. And then this taps into, again, this question that you have in this realization sense, in this experience sense of who is watching yourself breathe. And then that helps you stay focused because you realize it's bigger. It's bigger. And the question is answered in an experience. So, is there a who? Is there a capital W who that is watching? It's an experience. So in yoga, if you are not your thoughts, means you're not the collection of thoughts that creates this notion of self. Are you a capital W watching yourself? That's a question that you experience. And are you outside of your brain? In other words, does all this stuff exist only in the brain? And I'll talk about this, but I'll talk about consciousness down the line, capital C, consciousness. Does consciousness exist outside the brain? Many times we want to say, yeah, because we have this natural feeling that it does, or this natural feeling that there is a consciousness. Is there? We have this natural feeling that there's a self, lowercase s self, this notion of the self. But in yoga, you are not your thoughts, and thoughts are of the past or of the future. They don't exist in the present moment. Means then there's not this lowercase s self. This doesn't exist. So does this capital C consciousness exist? These are just questions because this is an experience to answer the question. Many times we want to answer with words. But sometimes you want to answer with an experience because words and language creates a reality. Blah, 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 blah. So that is all I'm going to share this morning before we do yoga. I got to put up my phone. So is there a who, capital W, who? I'm not saying believe any of this stuff. I'm not saying even listen to any of this stuff. You can just do the yoga. You know, you can be a Christian to do it, a Muslim, a Hindu, a Buddhist. I mean, a person in Hinduism might say, what that guy even talking about? Because this is all Americanized. And it's all on purpose. I try not to say certain so-called yoga words on purpose. So today, we're going to do a mountain pose, like we always do. 2 sun salutations. And then we're going to end in easy pose. And we're going to move through the easy pose, which is the modification of the lotus pose, the sitting meditation part of the yoga routine. And we're going to move in the easy pose, doing some stretches where the movements and the stretching are no longer movements and stretches. They become a form of a moving meditation. And that is another level that we're learning to move throughout yoga. Hiccups, not hiccups, a burp. I don't even know if that's a burp. It's like a deep burp. So you stay focused on the breathing this entire time, and the training of what we're doing is when you get off the yoga mat, you stay in this meditative state as you move, a moving meditation. On the mat, you're tapping into this, you're becoming a moving meditation. Then when you get off the mat, you continue in this moving meditation. And just like on the mat, when the mind wanders or you lose focus, and you bring it all back. And that's the same thing you do off the mat. So when you're going throughout your day, and you're doing good, you're moving with the flow of your so-called life during the day, I go get a second cup of coffee, which I won't do. I'll drink some tea probably today. But then go to work, do this, that, move throughout the day. And when I lose focus and I realize, hey, I'm not in my moving meditation, I bring myself back. So let's go ahead and begin. I talked too long, 12 minutes, too long. I don't know why I do that. I'm like, okay, 7 minutes tops. And then it's like almost double. There's a lot to talk about. That's why. What I'm going to do, I was about to say some other stuff. Anyways, so feet shoulder width apart. I'll save all that stuff. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Neck is relaxed. Everything is relaxed. And then you lengthen up. So in the mountain pose, you lengthen up, pull the body up, and then let the bones sit on top of each other as if you were just your skeleton. And find that stability where the skeleton just stands as if you were nothing else but the skeleton. And you're just focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. You're watching yourself breathe. Again, you watch the belly. So when you inhale, the belly expands. You watch that. And when you exhale, the belly goes in. You watch that. You pay attention to that. You don't control it. You're just watching it. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. Pick one. Don't change it up. Just stick to it throughout the yoga routine and just watch yourself breathe. And think, is there a who that's watching? That's the question that you're thinking of. And then the answer is going to happen through an experience. Hopefully, maybe not. Maybe you're like, man, what are you talking about? I just want to do some stretching. Do that. That's cool too. So palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly. It's the first stretch. So you go nice and easy. Listen to the body. And then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. And then we're going down. Palms go to the calves. Elbows into the sides of the legs. Foreheads go into the knees. Exhale all the air out. All the air leaves. Then once all the air is gone, you release the breathing and just watch yourself breathe. You're not controlling your breathing. You're just watching it. And then the left leg is back into a low lunge. Low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Back is arching, and you're inhaling slowly. And then you release the breathing, and then just watch yourself breathe. Then curl the toes under the back, knee goes up, high lunge just for a second or so. Then downward dog. Exhale, get all the air out. Arms are straight, legs are straight, pushing into the pose. Once all the air leaves, you release the breathing. And then just breathe and watch yourself
breathe. Do not control it. And then you can slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up, tops of the feet into the floor, palms into the floor. You're opening up, inhaling, modify the pose how you have to. Then release the breathing. And then just breathe. Watch yourself breathe. Back in downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really push into it. But you only go to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle, and release the breathing. And just watch yourself breathe. The left foot is up, between the hands, low lunge, back foot, top of the foot's to the floor, and the back knees to the floor, back is arching, hips are square, and you're going up, opening up, inhaling slowly, then release, then just watch yourself breathe. Then curl the toes under the back, high lunge just for a second or so, then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, get all the air out, and then release, and then watch yourself breathe. 100% focus on the breathing. Palms together, putting up and back, inhale, and then exhale, turn the palms out, push the air down and out. And one more sun salutation. Inhale, and then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward, keep the back as straight as you can. Then palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, foreheads go to the knees, get all the air out slowly. And then release the breathing. And just watch yourself breathe. Left leg is back into a low lunge, opening up, feeling opened. Remember, openness is just another word for yoga. Capital O, openness. And release the breathing. And watch yourself breathe. And high lunge just for a second or so. Transition pose. And then downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Exhaling all the air out. And then go ahead and release the breathing. And then watch yourself breathe. In this pose, the head is dangling. No tension in the neck. And then you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up, tops of the feet are to the floor. Opening up, inhaling, and then release. And then watch yourself breathe. Then downward dog, exhale, get all the air out. Once all the air is gone, release, and then watch yourself breathe. Then left foot is up, between the hands, low lunge, opening up. And then release, breathing, and then just watch yourself breathe. High lunge just for a second or so, then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, get all the air out. Once all the air is gone, release, and then watch yourself breathe. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out. And you're going to go to mountain pose. Mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart. Spread the toes. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. And remember, in mountain pose, you lengthen up and find that spot where the skeleton just stands. And just focus on the breathing. Becoming one like a mountain. That's the mindset. That's the stability. And you even sway. If you sway a little bit, you go with it.
Don't fight it. Fighting is not what we're doing. There's a time to fight. Not during yoga. Not right now, at least. Then we're going to go to easy pose. And if you're on a mat, you go to the back of the mat. Or you can go to front. It doesn't matter what you do. Usually you go to the back. Because then there's other poses where your legs could kick out. But we don't do that because I have a terrible camera. And I can't do it on the camera because the camera, when I sit back, my body, like that optical illusion, goes down and legs go out. So, back straight, hands are to your knees. And we're going to move through these quicker, faster than we usually do. But you're going to focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. When you're focused on the breathing, what happens is that you tap into awareness. Boom. So the focus allows you to become aware. That's another element that I'll talk about in regards to focus. It's all about focus. Focus is something in itself. And when you focus, your awareness heightens. And then you feel the movements. You experience the movements. Really experience them. And then stretching. You're experiencing the stretching. You're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. And then the movements and the stretches are becoming a form of a moving meditation. It heightens your awareness. And this heightened awareness allows you to be off the yoga mat where you're heightened. You know what's going on. You're not, narrow-minded in the sense of where you're just here. Now you know what's going on because you're in yoga, capital O, oneness. You're part of everything. That is what yoga is. You're not separate. You're part of everything. And you're realizing that. So hands are to your knees. Maybe in your lap. Maybe you're leaning back. Maybe you're against the wall. Maybe one leg is out. It's the easy pose, so get comfortable. And just keep your focus on the breathing. So tilt the head to the right ear is to the right shoulder. Keep the left shoulder down, back is straight. 100% focus on the breathing. That heightens your awareness. It lets you feel the stretch. And the left side of the neck lets you feel what's happening in the body. And then go ahead and release. Heads back to center, then tilt the head to the left ear is to the left shoulder, right shoulder's down, focusing 100% on the breathing. That heightens your awareness, lets you feel the stretch in the right side of the neck, lets you feel what's happening in the body, and then go ahead and release. Heads back to center. Now tilt the head back is straight, chin is going straight up, so you're not just jarring the head back, you're reaching up, elongating, and just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on breathing. And then you're going to drop the head down to the chest. So the chin is to the chest, back is straight, focusing on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Heightens your awareness, lets you know what's happening, lets you feel the stretch, but also heightens your awareness and lets you feel what's happening in the body. Maybe you're feeling something in the lower back or the knee. But you are not those things. You're just focusing on the breathing. You're aware of that stuff, but you're not focused on it. Now the head is back to center. Neck rolls, drop the head down to the right, down and around. As the head drops down, it goes around. You're exhaling. And then as the head goes up and back, you're inhaling. Focusing on the breathing, 100% focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. That heightens your awareness and lets you feel the stretching and the movement. And even this is becoming a form of a moving meditation. And then when the head goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. 100% focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Letting it become a form of a moving meditation. And then when the head goes to the top,
You're going to bring yourself to center. And then shoulder shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down, and around. Same concept. So when the shoulders are going up, you're inhaling, and as the shoulders go back and down, you're exhaling, linking the movement with the breathing, becoming one with the movement, and just focusing on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Then shoulders to the ears, then reverse, exhale as you go down and around, inhale as you go up. And then when the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to center. And then trunk rotations, dropping down to the right, down and around. You go down and around, back straight, and you're reaching out. Exhaling all the air out. Again, linking the movement with the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. That heightens your awareness. It lets you feel the movement. Experience the movement. Experience this stretching. Then when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down and around. Keep the back straight. You're reaching out. Exhaling all the air out. And then we go up. You're inhaling. Focus 100% on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. And then when you go to the top, you're going to bring yourself to center. And just focus on the breathing. Stay focused on the breathing. So even when you have to adjust, I always have to adjust there, but you go with it. You're staying focused. That's part of yoga. So it's not this pose, that pose, this pose, that pose. That's not what yoga is. One, yoga is not poses. The poses aren't just poses, physical part. So when you adjust, and you have to adjust, you go with that because you're learning to do that off the yoga mat too. So you're in this state of mind, this meditative state, and you have to adjust. You know, I'm going to do this and this and this today. And then you have to adjust. Sometimes you don't do this, and this today. It's adjusting. It's okay. Very important. A lot of people I know, and I used to be this way a long time ago, where I thought it was yoga pose to pose to pose, and then you feel like you got to adjust. You go, oh man, I'm messing up. No, that's part of it all. It's part of it all. Now, half spinal twist. Left hand's on the right knee. Right arm goes up. Think of the spine. Pull yourself up. Then you twist. Palm goes to the floor. Turn the back. Arm straight. And it's against the back. And head is twisting. Focus 100% on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And in this pose, it's very important because it's a subtle movement that's happening that you are aware of. You're not focused on it, but you're aware of it. So the subtle movement is this. When you inhale, the belly swells with air and pushes you out of the pose slightly. When you exhale, the belly goes in and you go back into the pose. You're aware of that subtle movement, but you're not focused on it. You're focusing 100% on the breathing. You make sure the head is twisting, and then go ahead and release. Back to center. Then right hand's on the left knee. Left arm goes up, think of the spine, pull yourself up, then you twist, palm goes to the floor, turn the back, arm is straight, and it's against the back. And make sure the head is twisting. And you're focusing 100% on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And remember, when you inhale, the belly swells with air, and it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, you go back into the pose. Let this movement happen. Be aware of it, but you're not focused on it. You're focusing on the breathing. Make sure the head is twisting. And then go ahead and release back to center. Back is straight, hands are on your knees or in your lap. Maybe you're leaning back wherever you are. Just watch yourself breathe. Reach behind you, grab your wrist. Speak, never could speak. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, leaning forward. Forehead is going down towards the floor, or it's to the floor for the yogic seal. And you're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses, and keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. Then go ahead and bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front. Get comfortable. And just watch yourself breathe. So we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So watch yourself breathe. And remember what I mentioned in the beginning, you're watching yourself breathe, but then you're tapping into this other level of watching yourself breathe. Is there a who, capital W, who? And then palms together. That's it. That is number 229 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. So we'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.